Hi children, good morning everyone. Come on, let's start the lesson of food components. We are revising once again. Okay children, we have already done about the test for carbohydrates and proteins, isn't it? So I'll tell you about the test for fats. For test for fats, what you are taking ma'am? You know that fats are also energy giving foods. We are taking them in a very limited amount in a daily diet. Is it clear? So they are also energy giving foods. So how to test the fats in the given food items? So if you take a ground, you know that the groundnuts, oil, ghee, all contain fat in it. Isn't it? Ghee, cheese, oils, they contain fats. These are the sources of fats. How to test that these items contain the fats in them? For example, you take the groundnuts. On a sheet of paper, you take the groundnuts and you crush the paper along with the groundnuts over it. Okay. So when you crush it, the oil content present in the groundnuts, it will be seen over the paper. How it can be seen? When you remove the groundnuts after peeling over the paper, and then you place the paper against the light source. When you place the paper against the light source, you can observe the paper has turned into transparent nature. So that is called as, you cannot see outside, but is the translucent nature of the paper says that if the groundnuts contains fats in them. Groundnuts contains fats. Normally when you take the foods like dosa, vada, etc. on a piece of paper, you can observe that oil will be formed over the paper, and when you see that paper afterwards, you can see that the paper turned translucent, isn't it? So it is partially visible outside. So other part can be seen partially. So that is normally the fat contains turn the paper to translucent. So this is a test for fats. And you know that the components fats ought to be taken in a very limited amount in our diet. Next, coming to vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals, they are regularly should be included in our diet. Vitamins. What are vitamins and what are minerals? We'll see now. They are micronutrients, as I said earlier. Vitamins and minerals are micronutrients. What are they? They are micronutrients. They are to be taken in plenty in our diet. They are to be taken in plenty in order to avoid the deficiency diseases. Avoid deficiency diseases. Okay. So we can prevent so many diseases that are caused due to the deficiency of these vitamins and minerals. What are the deficiency diseases that we suffer from due to the lack of these vitamins and minerals? We will see, and also the sources that provide the vitamins and minerals. Okay children, so the vitamins, mainly what are the functions of vitamins? Vitamins are organic substances. They are made from plants and animals. They are also organic substances. We get them both from plants and animals. So you know vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. These are the vitamins that we take through the food. Is it clear children? So through the food we take all these vitamins. Vitamin A. Vitamin A generally is present in all the foods that are yellow and red colored. Carrot, leafy vegetables mainly contain carrot, beetroot, leaf. All the green leafy vegetables contain the A vitamin. Okay children, so you have to include these vitamins in your diet so that you may not lack this vitamin in your diet. If your food is deficient of this vitamin, you may suffer from night blindness. Night blindness in the sense it is called as the red chikati in Telugu, and so we should regularly include these all vitamins in our daily diet. And vitamin B, it is that these vitamins normally we get through the whole cereals. B vitamin, thiamine, riboflavin, so niacin, these are the vitamins that contain in B vitamin, B1, B6, B12, that is anemic. If you are not taking this vitamin in your diet, you become anemic too. Okay, so these are the vitamins that you should regularly include in our diet. I'll see the sources of these vitamins also. I'll give in the form of the table for you now. And C, due to the B vitamin deficiency, it causes the sore throat, beriberi. So these are the diseases, pellagra we say. These are the diseases that causes due to the vitamin B deficiency. Next, C, vitamin C. It is the vitamins which is very much essential for the improvement of our blood and iron content in our body, and it is supplied through the citrus fruits. Okay, citrus, oranges, mainly lemons, berries, they all supply the vitamin C content to our body through these sources. Next, coming to vitamin D, it is not present in the plants, but through the sunlight you get the vitamin D. Okay, children, so you have to get, normally you have to be exposed to the sunlight before 7, that is before 12. Mostly the moderate sunlight that are obtained can be obtained before the 10 o'clock and so on. We have to get this sunlight, light from the sun, light and heat from the sun, which is very much essential for the strengthening the bones. So calcium can be obtained from through the sunlight, that is we can harden our bones. Next, E is anti-sterility vitamin. It is said through the different items that we get through the fish, meat products you can get. Fish is the main content of the vitamin E. And next, coming to the vitamin K. So vitamin K, if it is deficient, blood clotting will not be there in our body. It is very much essential for us. So whenever the bleeding occurs, the blood should get clot after a few seconds. If not, you will become anemic and also it will be prone to your death. So it's very essential for us to include these vitamins through our diet. Mainly vitamin A, B, C, E and K. So these are the vitamins that they can be included in our diet. So the sources and deficiency diseases I'll give you in the form of the table so that you can easily note down. Okay, children? See here, children, about the vitamins, their sources and deficiency diseases. Vitamin A, it causes, I told you, night blindness. The sources mainly green leafy vegetables, carrots, fish liver oil, liver, butter. Leafy vegetables also mainly include the vitamin A content in our body. Okay, next, vitamin B1. It causes very disease if there is a lack of this vitamin to us. So it can be supplied through whole grains, yeast, nuts, sprouts, milk and eggs. Sprouts also contribute the vitamin C content in your body. Next, that's vitamin C content in our body. Sprouts release. Vitamin B1. Whole grains, yeast, nuts, sprouts, milk and eggs. So if there is a vitamin B1 deficiency, you suffer from beriberi disease. So in order to prevent it, we use these sources in our food. Especially milk and eggs also contain mostly they contain the animal foods that contain the vitamin B levels. Vitamin B2. If it is deficient, we mostly suffer from the skin diseases, mainly the sore throat that you suffer from is due to the deficiency of vitamin B2. When you take the riboflavin, you will get reduced, isn't it? Doctors you mostly prefer it. So in the diet, if you take whole grains completely and green leafy vegetables, milk daily if you drink, and you can be prevented from the B2 deficiency. Next, coming to B12, it is mainly if it is deficient in our body, we suffer from pernicious anemia, that is lack of iron, bloodlessness in our body. So doctors normally observe your eyes and see that you are anemic, isn't it? It's due to the lack of the B12 vitamin in your diet. So you should be supplied with the milk, cheese, liver, fish, meat, eggs. When you are supplied with these food items, soon you will be recovered with this. Okay, children, next to the vitamin C. So vitamin C is present in all the citrus fruits, tomatoes, guava. They contain the C levels in your foods and enhance in our body when you eat them. So the green leafy vegetables also enhance the vitamin C content in our body. And if it is deficient, you suffer from the scurvy disease. So next coming to the vitamin D. Before going to the vitamin D, I'll say, so what is the night blindness? So what are the symptoms of night blindness? Night blindness means the person has poor vision, or sometimes may lead to the loss of vision also. He cannot observe when the day out, that is when sunlight is being decreased during the evening times, he cannot see the things properly. That means it leads to the incomplete vision, or sometimes poor vision, or sometimes lack of vision also takes place. Next, B1, beriberi disease, and it is a disease which includes with extreme weakness in our body. It leads to the extreme weakness in our body, swelling of legs, loss of appetite and weight. Swelling, loss of appetite and weight. Here, poor vision. Night blindness, poor vision. Here, swelling in the body. Swelling in body parts. And weakens our body. Swelling in the body parts and the weakens our body in this disease. Beriberi disease. It is the symptom of the disease. Okay, children. Next, coming to the vitamin B2. B2 indicates the irritation of eyes, dry skin, or inflammation of the tongue. Irritation. So you get the irritation in the eyes. Sometimes you will be rubbing the eyes continuously due to the irritation. So this is the skin diseases, B2 deficiency. It leads to the irritation of the eyes or the skin sometimes, or inflammation of tongue. Dry skin, inflammation of tongue. So throat you say no, that's it. Inflammation of tongue. Not in Buddha, I will say in Telugu. So dry skin, inflammation of tongue, and irritation in eyes. Eye irritation. Eye irritation occurs. Hope you can observe the board clearly, children. Yes, see here, vitamin B2 deficiency causes skin diseases. The symptoms mainly being dry skin, inflammation of tongue, and eye irritation. Next, vitamin B12. I said that causes the disease called pernicious anemia. What is pernicious anemia? Pernicious anemia is a pale skin and deficiency of red blood cells. Red blood cells, that is RBC in our body. Lack of stamina and appetite. So due to this, the person may suffer from lack of stamina. Stamina means strength. Pernicious anemia. So what is this pernicious anemia? Pernicious anemia, the person suffers from lack of red blood cells. RBCs count will be decreased. Okay, so due to that lack of appetite, okay, appetite. And next, and the person also he doesn't have stamina or strength to do anything. So when there is no proper blood cells in our body, we do not have the hemoglobin percentage properly, so we do not have energy levels to do any work. So we suffer from lack of stamina also. So this is called as pernicious anemia, that is caused to the deficiency of the B12 vitamin. Next, coming to the vitamin C, it is a scurvy disease. Mostly the person suffers from the spongy and bleeding gums or losing of teeth. Mainly the person suffers from the mouth, that is the gums will be loosened or spongy. The gums will be loosened near the teeth, so the teeth will be loosened. So it's mainly due to the scurvy disease, loosening of teeth, loose teeth. Spongy or loosening gums will be not properly attached in the teeth and the bleeding gums will be there. So the person may suffer from bleeding gums also. Next, we will move to the vitamin D. So what is vitamin D? See children, here due to the vitamin C deficiency, what I said that the bleeding gums, loosening of teeth and also the wounds get long time to heal in the deficiency of vitamin C. And next we will move to the vitamin D. Vitamin D, there is a deficiency of vitamin D, it leads to rickets in adults and in children and osteoporosis in adults. Rickets in children and osteoporosis in adults. Okay, so mainly the foods that can supplement this vitamin are milk, egg yolk, fish liver oil and fish. Mostly you get this vitamin only through the sunlight mostly. So these are only the supplementations that can be